Alright guys, so this is my after run review of the new Axial Yeti Trophy Truck, short course truck. Ran it on 3S. I have a Venom 4000 milliamp, just a 20C 3S LiPo I got from the hobby shop. And took it out, completely bone stock, didn't do any upgrades, didn't do any mods, just put the battery in, plug and play, right? So this is going to be kind of like my initial thoughts and feelings of the truck after driving it. In the beginning of the video you see my kind of like my initial overview and feel of the truck, so this will be me talking about how I like it after the fact. And I don't know, it's fun. It definitely needs to be a little bit faster out of the hole. I feel like there's no bottom end, but that's typical with this 3150, you know, Axial ESC motor combo they got in this thing. Isn't a big deal. It's not going to make me not like the truck, so that's not an issue. The truck handled great. I didn't touch the suspension. You can hear after it gets some dust in it, now it starts making that squeaking sound. They just kind of get annoying, but you know, just have to rebuild them and keep maintaining the truck. I haven't done anything. I didn't blow it off, so let me take the cage off and we'll show you what it looks like after I get the body off. So I didn't really flat crash. I drove it moderately hard, not too hard, but I didn't really flip over. I ended a couple times, but didn't really crack or break or anything. And I think one jump I landed kind of like, you know, feet up, which was actually, it jumped really nice. Somebody's kind of getting that. It didn't seem to want to nosedive when I was jumping it. It actually, if you hit the throttle like a normal short course truck, when you run up to it and you're kind of keeping it gunned the whole time, it didn't want to like just jump and nosedive right away. It actually wanted to loft and keep up. So that's a big noticeable difference I noticed from the Yeti to this. This stupid thing. Other than that, like I said, I kept it stock, so I didn't put any. I literally just got back in here, so I'm putting my finger on it. I ran this whole battery. It was a 4000 milliamp 20C, and you know, it's a little warm. It was a little warm when I got it off. I couldn't keep my finger on it for 3 seconds, and to me, when it's, you know, do the 3-second rule, 3 seconds, keep your fingers on it. If you can't hold your fingers on it for more than 3 seconds, you gotta cut her loose. So, but yeah, I mean, it didn't seem bad at all. I have some nice dirt in the backyard, so these tires were actually hooking up really nice because they are very squishy, and they have a lot of forgiveness in them. So I wasn't biting in the corners and flipping over with some harder tires, and so there was a little bit of less grip than I needed, so it wouldn't be grabbing so much. But other than that, I mean, you can't really ask too much out of a company for RTR electronics. But that's on 3S. Obviously the battery's dead, but it has I believe stock is a 16 tooth pinion, and I think the spur gear is it's either a 64 or 84 spur. I don't know what it is. It's moderately huge difference, and I'm gonna try to get something a little bit different. I did notice a little bit of play in the body with these body posts. So these rear body posts, there's actually a little bit of movement, and since they only mount into these little slotted positions back here in this little cage, bed cage, there's a little bit of play. I don't like that. It kind of wants to, see if I can show you, it kind of wants to slop around a little bit. So thinking about just building a little piece to go in between these two. See how much play is in that? That's not good, because that's what's holding on your body, your whole body to your chassis. And these little points are very weak compared to the front. I mean, even the front's flimsy. But Yeah, I believe that these just need to be a little bit addressed, kind of beef them up, put a little cross brace in here. For the front, I might do something where I go from the front to the rear, or maybe do from the front to somewhere straight down where it kind of just locks it in place. But other than that, it was super fun to drive. I felt just like how my trophy truck is. So I guess in the comparison between, you know, my version of the trophy truck to this version, aside from the electronics, but the handling, I believe the handling is, I would say, the same. I don't really notice a huge difference with the longer trailing arms versus the twin hammer trailing arms. Perhaps there's a little bit better geometry with the shock positioning. With the twin hammers, you're limited to only one position for the shock to mount, whereas with these, obviously I can play with it. I can move this in the back, move it, you know, the geometry is still the same, whereas with that, the angles might be a little bit different where the shock won't effectively work the same. So, but when I was driving it, I sincerely didn't notice a big difference from driving this, from driving my conversion, my kit version. So, I guess in short, I would say that what I might do and what I probably will do, since my kit version has better electronics, it's got the HD bevel gears, it's got the pumpkin in the rear, the SSD rear pumpkin, like I said. I think what I'll do is probably just swap out the trailing arms with the Yeti trailing arms, the stock ones, and use these body mounts, put them on the Yeti or the kit version, and then just kind of keep this one maybe convert it back to the Yeti and have a Yeti truck. Obviously, I'll take off the front bumper here and put it on my kit version. And that way I'll have all the upgraded turnbuckles, all the upgraded camber links that I needed. The upgraded electronics that I have in that, the better steering servos. So I'll probably do that, put this one back to a stock Yeti, and then I might just sell this one. I don't really need two Yetis. I have the upgraded parts, like I said, on that one, and this one, you know, I'm not 100% impressed by what comes on it as far as stock RTR kits would be concerned. So trying to think what else I noticed differently. You know, the off-center pumpkin in the rear, it didn't really throw me that much. I have a front sway bar in the kit version. I don't have one on this. I didn't notice any real difference with that. I have the upgraded Curry anti-rock sway bar in the rear on my kit version. I don't have that on this. I didn't really notice a huge difference. Obviously, looks are one thing, but performance is what's ultimately important, and I didn't really notice a big difference between them. So, like I said, I might just put my Yeti tires that I have off my Yeti back on this and just sell this as RTR Yeti. So, and then take my clear Yeti body that I got with that I had never painted and just sell it. So, anyway, that's my review, and all in all, I think if you don't have a Yeti already, I would actually think that you probably want to hold off and get the trophy truck kit conversion, because if my sources aren't mistaken, you know, the kit version will probably come with a clear body, and that'll give you a little bit more personalization options that you want. And yeah, that's what I would do. I'd wait for the kit version. I don't find the RTR version worth buying for $449 with the electronics. That's just my opinion. And like I said, opinions are a dime a dozen. Everybody's got them. So let's turn this thing off. What else? Tires felt good. Yep. I probably will put a higher tooth pinion in that and then try it with that and see what I think. I have an 18 tooth, 32 pitch, so I'll try. I also have a 19 tooth that I have running in my other trucks, so maybe I'll try 19 on the 3S and see how I like it, and who knows, maybe I'll keep it. But I think for the most part, I'm going to convert it back to the Yeti and sell it, because I don't need two. Like I said, I don't need two Yetis, and I have all the parts necessary to put. I can make this a complete RTR, brand new Yeti looking. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.